Good afternoon, everybody. What up, what up, what up? How we doing? How's everybody's day shaping up? Kind of a messy one, really, but a little bit to be expected for me, especially coming in. I was kind of leaning to the upside, thinking we would kind of hold, maybe get that exploration higher. Perhaps that was naive. What's up, Kelpie, Vishwa, Luke? What's up, everybody? See how much we can claw back here into the afternoon. I think we're kind of rapidly approaching the time where we are far more likely to get stuck a little bit higher than we are to go lower at this point. That is kind of my base case. Kind of go over a few things here, let some people trickle in before I get too into the weeds. But we've got our little 5-minute chart up here. Let's see. I am currently in a long, guys, that I took before the stream. And I'm not going to link it here, but I'll just show you my entry on ES. What is that? 75.19. 75. Kind of looking for this, basically. But my stop was 10 points. So not the best R to R. Just about 3. But that's kind of what I was looking to capture. So I'll leave that on the screen. What's up, Alex, Hellboy, Doug, Boraquant? What's up, everybody? Matterman. Where's my work wife? I don't know where she's at, but I can tell you what, my freaking day job is crazy right now. So I'm kind of happy to get on stream and let that settle down over yonder. Anyway, guys, if you are here, thanks for joining. What's up, Crazito? Hopefully you're getting ready to bank on that sweet, sweet prop firm account that you won yesterday, right? Anyway, guys, what I do have here on my screen is the the pre-market positioning. Let me get the intraday populated in here. Ooh. And we'll kind of take a look at what things are looking like this afternoon. Trading day going, it went well to start. I was in some longs. I ended up getting stopped on this kind of bigger pullback here in profit. And then I had a 74.75 bottomed spread that I had just in case we got some kind of bigger selling. I don't really think that we get it, to be honest with you. I'm resigned a little bit to this idea that we, if we kind of cover this SPX 74.10 spot that we're at right now, that we're just over here, we'll kind of get up towards this 75.40 on ES, and then maybe get stuck into this kind of range at the high of the day. A lot of people will be going, oh, I can't see it. I mean, I do. I think we're more likely to kind of get up and stuck than we are to like sell off. I know a lot of people struggle with this idea when I talk about the concept of it. But when you know that there's so much support down below you that just, it takes volatility away. There's a reason why every time we went lower, we couldn't really, if you guys are VIX watchers, you were probably watching that going like, oh, it's hitting 17. Oh, it's going to go higher. And then it didn't, right? Why? Well, because we knew that we had all of that supportive positioning below that just doesn't allow volatility to really expand and continue expanding, right? It's more likely to get absorbed by those positions. Yeah, we'll talk about VIX today a little bit, Matterman. I just want to let things kind of marinate here a little bit and just manage this trade for a little while and just kind of see if we get that extension higher. But the idea around VIX and kind of the fact that there are VIX futures, there's this idea of like contango versus backwardation, like what does the curve look like, the smile, the skew, and how those things all correlate with price action. A lot of people don't understand like why lately we've had spot price going up and volatility also goes up. It's kind of around the idea that like there is no real reset to kind of have some balance or equilibrium in the sense of volatility. Most people that trade volatility look for kind of the convexity to say like they'll go long on volatility when volatility is cheap, or there's something that shows them that there's like a potential mispricing in the market where the vol is so cheap that it wouldn't take much of a move to be able to profit off volatility rising, right? The difference that we're seeing now is that you're actually seeing almost no real hedging to the downside until like July. There's no real risk appetite for people speculating short or buying protection to the downside to offset how much of it is speculated the other direction. So that's kind of why you're seeing that spot up, vol up behavior. The higher we go, the more volatility there is because it just keeps getting rolled up higher. And there's no real like buffering to the downside to say like, oh, hey, maybe I should buy some protection just in case we come back. There's really none of that. So everything is skewed so much to the upside. That's why when you go up, volatility goes up. When you come down, volatility kind of cools off with it. So the best way for that to effectively reset in the market is to have a pullback, have some extended period of consolidation where that's allowed to find some rebalancing to get more in line with what you would normally see, which is lower volatility the higher we go, right? VIX drops the higher up we go, and you have more of that normal balance as to like where the positioning lies. But I kind of want to clean up my screen, guys. This is very verbose, so I'm just gonna do this. We'll just say upper range, and then yeah, we'll just leave that up there. But that can be very busy, so I don't want to like overwhelm people with what's on my screen. But hopefully this new kind of format speaks to you guys a little bit with regards to what the ranges are and how they line up with the positions. So if not, you guys will have to let me know. So if you pay attention on Instagram, I've started posting the Instagrams to YouTube. If you guys are in the Discord and you're seeing those a little bit earlier updates, obviously a lot more detail throughout the day is shared there. But if you guys are liking that, any feedback is appreciated. So what's up, Eldred? Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining, guys. Yeah, interesting day. I think when you look at the pre-market and everything that was coming down, the fact that we did get that nice spike higher, it looked like we were definitely going to kind of get into that upper range and maybe expand beyond it on the day. And then we had, obviously some really strong selling to kind of continue into the morning to get us down. And now I've just been ranging and chopping around. So obviously the intraday positioning, what I want people to kind of start thinking about is how that matters after the London close. So maybe what we can do, can I draw like a vertical line? Vertical line. Let's look at like the London close. We'll just say right here. So from that onwards, right? If we're looking at the London close in particular, we'll get rid of this. Can you guys see that okay? Hey, Virginia. What you would see is this is kind of where the current positioning I have on my screen matters, guys. Once the London close happens, that's where I'll kind of pay more attention. I'll sit up in my seat a little bit with regards to the intraday positioning and how it compares to the morning positioning, right? So for me, at this point, this trade is a winner. My initial target was kind of this 75, 45 to 40 range and just see how we behave as we move into that. But my long, you could technically start looking up here because once we cover this range, this should all be supportive. And now we would look to expand maybe to the top of this range. Things might get a little magnetic. If we kind of hold over the 75.40 on ES, I would be looking to maybe extend there. So that kind of trade becomes a lot more attractive in that way. But even right now, this is a solid little winner for me. If we kind of just get up here and finish, it's, you know, 2R on a couple minis. That's not bad. So right now I'm sitting decent from my entry. Anyway, guys, yeah, just to get back to the point about the intraday positioning versus like kind of these ranges that were defined, those were defined from like the pre-market, right? So where these little dotted lines are where those ranges kind of intersect with one another. But I think you can tell that even with those ranges, that we're in this chop range, and it's kind of still consistent in the sense of even though the positions and how they net out are different from what they were in the morning, it is kind of very much this little range we are stuck within, because below here, this is, again, everything you guys know if you've been here for a while. If you're just joining, hopefully this will make sense. But if you're not under something, where does it point you to, right? The shape of this, where does it point you to? Once we covered this strike here, where does it compel us to, right? What the fuck, trading view? Anyway, you get the idea. And also why you are less likely up here to go much higher, right? I think we can get into this little range here, but if we're not over this, it's going to try to kind of force us in this little zone. So I am keeping my hopes pretty low. My expectations are low. All I really wanted was to get to here in this range anyway. If we can get beyond it into this next area, I kind of have it in the back of my head. We're limited, right? The clock's ticking. There's only a couple hours left in the day. The odds of us actually getting way up here and extending beyond it are quite small, right? The market is pricing in about a 15-point move from here. So if I do the math, 5, 10, 15 points puts me right at the top of that range. I would have to get like a 2x move from the current expected move in the market to even get up here. And I know that everything above here is really heavy and weighing down. So it's kind of going to pin us right in this little area, or even right here. We might not even break out of this range. So the same thing that I mentioned yesterday even, right? About like where the risk was into the afternoon at the end of my stream going into Christian. I said the floor is set. The odds of us moving lower would take way more work. We'll probably just go sideways to down. But the best risk to reward, the convexity, the asymmetry of risk, is probably moving higher. My stream ended literally right about here. And look what happened. Up and up, right? Like it was way more of a consistent, steady kind of a move. Higher because we had a red zone just like this one. Very similar to yesterday in that sense. We know where the floor is. We know how many things would have to happen to push us lower. So everything says, if I know where the floor is, I have really tight defined risk here, I'm playing for the upward move. So hopefully that is something that you guys can see here on my screen and kind of why I took this long trade. I was happy to keep the put spread on for protection on the cheap. But from post-London close on, as long as we were over this strike, the potential to get this move was there, because everyone is now more buying the way we go up, right? It's wind in the sails, wind at your back. And everything above us now is just going, like I said, we have this little pop higher we can get that's being priced in. Anything beyond this would be a bonus to me. I'm expecting us to kind of just get stuck in here if we clear this 75.40 area. So does that make sense to you guys? The risk obviously is if we get a harsh rejection, where is our balance? All the way back down. And this range is so empty and nothing but these red positions, they would assist with that move. But my expectation is, absent some really strong volatility and pressure, we just kind of passively grind up against this, maybe pop over it, and then can kind of chop around in this range up here. So expectations, very low from here. Caught a nice trade. Anything beyond this is a bonus, right? but I could easily take the full position off here right now and be happy with that entry, right? That is, I know it's probably not the greatest R to R, but when you're trading with minis, right, like, that's about a 2R move for my entry. But sorry guys, just 1 second here. All right, sorry about that. Like I've mentioned before, I have a kid staying home this summer instead of being at a summer school situation, so we go with it. Anyway, I'm not sure where I left off, but I think we're just talking about like the risk to reward of looking at the profile and kind of determining where is your opportunity. So on days like this where it's really clear where the strong support is, just like yesterday, if you actually, I mean, if you look at yesterday's low, you could even make the case that, oh, we held yesterday's low, we're only going to go up. Like if you just want to use that basic technical analysis, that could be enough for you. But if you want the confluence of like, well, why aren't we going any lower? Just like yesterday, the support was there from the morning. This whole range to the downside under 7,500 was pretty much supportive the whole way down. So it would take way more effort to effectively sell through that support and grind and chop. It's easier to put a long risk on because you have more opportunity to the upside. When you see the positioning shape up like that after the London close, that was a no-brainer for me, right? So with that, I actually have my stop right now at 75.30 here. It'll be what it is. If it comes back and gets me, fine. I'm going to leave the other one at break even down here. And we'll just see if we can get some trims up higher. But I either get stopped out at 75.30 or we continue the journey on that long trade. So if you guys are wanting to know how or why I'm managing that one, that is why. Where's our 19? Okay, so best case scenario up here. That's like a 4-hour trade. Worst case scenario, I get stopped out at 30. And it's a less attractive trade. It's just 10 points. But if you're complaining about 10 points on ES, I mean, depends on your size, obviously. But we'll see what we end up getting. So there's that trade. Do you guys want me to go over the pre-market positioning and how that looked a little bit different? Hey, Victoria, thanks for being here. Let me know in the chat if you guys want to see the difference. Ron G, what's up, brother? Yeah, I think there was like a lot that was clear today just looking at yesterday's range, right? And just saying like, oh, we held the lows, prior day lows. Now we can just kind of go back and target the highs. I think there's a very basic way of looking at today. I think just coming in with regards to the pre-market, today was even more clear to me about like where the risk was on the day. I thought the pre-market movement when I made the post of the plan was really interesting, because this chop range overnight was the chop range. Once we got over it, where did we move to? We got all the way up here, right? We tested kind of the top of this range before things started getting green and slowing down, being that resistance. So today would have been very much the same situation, right? All of this would have pointed that like this is where things right here would have started really slowing down. But if we look at the pre-market price action and the overnight, where did we chop all night long before we broke above it, right? In that range. Once we broke beyond that, we moved up until we hit the start of that resistance. And even here, we sold down to the balance. Where did we bounce? All the way back up. And then we got the headline. And then we sold down through that range, and then we've been chopping around in it ever since. But the support, the lack of consistent red, told you this zone, everything from 75.15 on down on ES, like this whole area is supportive. So the whole plan on the day was basically like, how do we react in here? The reason why I was taking longs off this open test down here was kind of that idea that I've talked about before. If you get to the spot where you absolutely cannot fail without like maybe falling down into this bigger zone down here, right? you need to see two things. You need to see like really strong volatility, knowing that there's not any real natural selling down here unless you got down to this spot to maybe shove. But everything down here is telling you like that is 40 points or so of like broad support. So I was happy to take longs from like the do or die spot. It's the best risk to reward. If you long from where you can't afford to fail, generally those are really strong 15 to 20 point ranges to trade. And that's what we got, right? You got about a 25 point move out of that. And then consequently, watching this area, can we break out of it? And then you can take shorts if you wanted to. This is also the spot where I put my put spread on, saying if we reject and we come back down and we can't hold this range, then maybe I'll start believing that we can do the slow grind death lower. Okay, but then once we hit this period here of chopping around, I'm waiting for the London close. How are things changing? Then the picture changed a little bit. My opportunity wasn't one of resistance through this whole area. I pretty much have one resistance, and then that opens the door to another range for me. So if I can hold this and get over this, it's wind at the sails to go test the top of this range, right? And that's what we're doing. So as far as pre-market to intraday, largely these zones are still holding true. We have an upper range to get into. It's just that the ceiling that started way up here has now just shifted down by about 15 points, right? So now it's kind of pointing, this is our area of opportunity. If we can cover this 75.40 on ES, we've kind of got this little range here. We've got 20 points to play with, but more than likely we'll be stuck in here. And if you can't clear that, where's your strongest balance? All the way back down, right? All of this can be gas on the fire if you get that kind of stronger selling. Market makers will assist the move, but the most important spot on the map today into the afternoon is this 75.25 spot, right? That is the one that is like the biggest risk area. If we get shoved under it, that can kind of accelerate us down into this more broadly supportive area. So, yep. Was that clear? Does that make sense as far as like how you structured the pre-market plan, like why it was kind of a little wishy-washy? I think I even mentioned in the Discord, like it's pretty much 75.45 and up or 75.30 and down, right? Like in between there is kind of no man's land. And I think that pretty much held true. This chop range that I've listed here has been the chop range literally all day long. It is the chop, it's the chop range. And I think that's kind of the balance if you even zoom out, right? If we're looking at this right now and you're looking at like the totality of the whole option chain, like these are 100 points away. Everything is kind of pointing you down to say like, where is the balance of these two worlds? If you cut the range in half, where does everything kind of point you to, right? It's kind of saying this. This is kind of the natural midpoint on the day. This chop range that we find ourselves in is kind of the natural balance, the waiting point that we are settling ourselves down into. And I think that is something that is telling in and of itself. But that's kind of how I'm looking at these things and why I look at them as ranges. What behaviors am I looking for? What tells me that we can unlock a move higher from here? That's why I said my expectations were what? Here, because anything beyond that is a bonus, knowing I have my work cut out for me. Everything is fighting against me as I swim upstream. My momentum, the place that I could take advantage of is this little 15-point range here, 20 points for my entry, right? Can I take advantage of that? And so far, so good, right? But my hope is that you guys watch enough of these streams, you see enough of what's on my screen to understand like the why of how I frame these things, how I define my risk, why some levels are stronger than others, right? I think it becomes pretty self-evident pretty quickly. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. We'll see if we can't stick a little closer to where we are. But if you guys aren't getting it and it's not clear to you, then please say so, and we can spend a little more time on it. But I think the benefit of being here and watching how I trade is that very thing. What are the behaviors? What are the things you expect? Why are certain areas, eliciting a stronger response than others? The mechanics of that is what I pay attention to. If what should be happening is not, or is the thing that's mechanical happening, we know it is it being overwhelmed by some other force? Okay. What can I look for to validate that or invalidate that? What are my safest bets? Where are the areas I can deploy my risk without, getting just completely run through? And I think that hopefully is starting to, like osmosis, it's starting to settle in for you guys potentially. Is your entry just when it hits the lower zone, or do you wait for a candle to break another's high? I actually don't really, this is incriminating a little bit for a former mastermind student. I don't really rely on the candles as much. I'm kind of just looking for how, as we move into those strikes, and then I'm watching what is volatility looking like? What do I think about the profile as a whole? How strong do I think the support is? Today, I was actually pretty small sized. I didn't take big size. I think I was let's see, because I took an ES trade from here early. Sorry, down here. This is the intraday. So yeah, this morning my entry was pretty good. And then I took a small MNQ because I wasn't convinced. So I was in one ES. And I was in 5 or 6 MNQ, but I was copy trading. So I went small. I caught this move. I was pretty happy with it. And then I ended up putting my stop up here, and I got stopped out on this second kind of violent sell down, right? And then I was good because I wasn't really convinced on the day anyway, because of what I said. We had this chop range that we sold down into from the pre-market. If we'd, earned the right to move higher, there was a lot of room to move on the day, but then I kind of shifted my focus with the London period to say it's kind of all about this strike. If we reject it a couple more times, I'll just sit in my put spread down here. Then I would expect us to slowly grind down. But even this entry here that I took, there was no great rhyme or reason. I mean, this is a 5-minute chart. There was no clear signal bar from the mastermind system. I pretty much just said, I am going to give myself this as my stop. I think if we are even sniffing down here, the entirety of these positions make it so that I don't know that we will even touch it. If we do, I've been proven wrong. But I'm happy to just kind of have that as my risk. 10-point stop. I mean, I'm pretty basic with it. It's either a 5-point stop on bigger size, or, if I'm trying to really tick an entry at a specific spot, or it's generally a 10-point stop for me more often than not. But it's more about the structure. What does this look like? I have a really strong support here, and everything below it is a really strong support. I know that it would take really strong selling and volatility that's persistent to even start grinding into this. So I wasn't looking for a particular candle entry. It's not always that way, but more often than not, the structure is telling me how I'm defining my risk. So hopefully that makes a little sense for you. If not, let me know and I can clarify, obviously. Can you hear me now? Are we good? I don't know what the hell just happened. Jesse, unfortunately, I had a really big snafu with my Grand Cup account. I left a hanging chat out there on mobile on Tradeovate because I was on my phone and I didn't see the whole chart. You know, I only saw this little section, and I had left an order up there because it wasn't an OCO. It was just like a limit order that got tagged while I was sleeping. And unfortunately, yeah, it did not work out well for me. Big sad. Big sad on that front because things were good. We were well in profit. Is Rake ever on live? Whenever I see him live, it's his friends. Mr. Stocks, he has a dedicated slot in the morning. So if you want to see Jake, you would want to be catching him in that morning slot when he is on primarily. Otherwise, you are kind of stuck with the rest of us. So you'll have me, you'll have Christian. We are the afternoon guys. So if you guys are wanting to catch Jake, you'll just have to wake up a little bit earlier, and then you would see him. Let's see. Do you think we're going to sell it off end of session? Sell it off to where would be the question. Like, what constitutes selling off to you? Like giving all of this back and ending at the low of day? Sure. But I don't think we're going to like sell aggressively beyond that, let's say. I think we're going to just get chopped to death here. I think it is entirely possible that we end up right where we are even. Like from here, you could literally just go straight sideways, right? Like there's the potential that we just ultimately go absolutely nowhere and we are flirting with 75, 40, 45 up here again, and we just end up coming back down, right? The floor just keeps coming up. We're holding over this strike here at 25. That's entirely possible. But I don't have a strong lean either way. I think if you're going to get sold down, it would just need to be like more persistent, steady selling. And I think you're just always going to be prone to these bounces, just like yesterday, right? Just like look left. That happened yesterday. We were kind of doing this rangy thing. We kept trying to come up, and then we got a little bit of an extension, and then the day was over, right? So like if you get some volatility and maybe we get a stronger shove low, yeah, there's every possibility to get down there, but I think it would have to actually like persist. It would need to hold. And I don't know that we've actually seen a steady, strong, persistent sell. It's like, I said it in the Discord earlier, it's kind of like this idea that there's a balloon and someone's trying to hold it under the water, and every time they let go or loosen the pressure a little bit, the balloon wants to come back to the surface. That's all they're doing today. It's very clear the sellers are not strong enough to actually get this anywhere meaningful. And from a market maker perspective, looking at what I see with their positions, right, is that they would have to be really, really, really strong to get it somewhere much lower. So where are you targeting? What are you happy with if you're taking a short? You can look at today's low. Is that an attractive value proposition for me? No. Right? Like it might be, but it would have been from up here. It would have been just looking at this range. It would have said, I know that this is selling against me. I know that all of this is selling against me too. But my entry was from down here because I knew there's support, right? So like, this is the range I was willing to trade, and I'm looking for the momentum of covering this spot to carry me up here. If I was short, I would have been short from up here. If I was trying to take a short right now, hoping that like we accelerate down, I don't like that risk. I would have rather done it up here, right? That's how I would use these positions to define my risk for a short. And I just personally right now, I'm not with that one. So I'm not even going to guess your display name there. Sorry. You're waiting until price falls to 74.95, the green bar, as that is a good support to go long. Trying to understand how to use it. That is one thing you could look at. Yeah. Like you could say like, oh, if we get down here, I'll take a counter long, because that is a strong support. But I think it's also about how much time is left in the day, right? Like if we get down here, the odds of us getting stuck under this strike now, if we lose this and that turns into your resistance, you're likely to actually get kind of passively sucked under. The whole thing about the afternoon and finishing higher is assuming that you stick over this spot. If you don't, then that's where this kind of becomes magnetic and this slow grind. I think I drew it yesterday. This idea for yesterday was I thought, you know what, guys, we'll probably go sideways and then maybe down at the end, right? Because that's the idea of charm, like the passive selling. So same thing could happen here. If we work down into this area, my expectation behaviorally, mechanically would be that all these futures they've been buying supportively, they start selling back, and maybe you kind of get magnetized lower if you get stuck under 75.10. But it would have to be really persistent, strong selling for that to happen. Could it happen? Absolutely. But just full disclosure, I got stopped out now. I told you guys my stop was 75.30. I got a 10-point move on 2 minis, so $1,000. I'm happy. We're done. But yeah, as far as your best risk to reward for shorts, if you actually were bearish, this would have been your best spot. This is a natural resistance, right? This is your accelerant. If we start selling and you get some volatility in this range, market makers are now selling with us, right? That's why it's a much stronger sell right here. We're under this. We know we've got this whole range. There's no support until down here. So if you were short, you would be holding, thinking, I don't think we're going to go much lower than this, but this is a good trim spot for me. I would be looking to trim right about here. But as far as taking a countered long now, I would want to see, do we get the bounce, right? Like, do we even get down here? But I'm less interested just because I think this is kind of the, like I said, it's like the choppy, grindy day. This is now more likely to become your ceiling, because if we failed up there, the entirety of this stuff, if you're under this strike, where does it point you to? It wants to compel you into a balance, right? So even though all of this is green, if you do get some persistent selling, this is where, like I said, it's the choppy, nasty stuff is like the mechanical expectation. The more that is above you, that is resisting movement higher, market makers are green above us, they're selling. This red bar is above us now, they're selling unless you push through it, and then they're helping you move higher, right? This was the danger zone. This is how I managed my risk. I said, if we're here, I'm willing to risk down to here to get this swift move up. We got it. We didn't get the extension. I'm done. I'm not going to now take a long again when we just set a new low into this strong spot. I already took my additional risk. That's 3 trades on the day. I'm good. Remember, I have a put spread where I think that we can actually get stuck and just slowly grind down and do this kind of thing, and then ultimately pin right in here, and then I get paid, right? So there's a couple different ways to trade it. You trade futures, you trade options. All of those things are possible for you, right? But if you wanted to take the long and say, hey, Mitch, you said this whole area is supportive. Every time we come down here, we're probably going to get a quick 10-point bounce. That's valid. I'm just not going to take that trade right now. Like, I just made a grand on basically nothing. Like, I don't need to do anything else from here. But if you wanted to, yes, this is where you would look to say, I don't think we go any lower. I think this volatility isn't going to persist. Dara, it's not that it won't. It's just like the odds of it going materially lower mean that it would have to overcome more. It would have to have persistent, steady selling and volatility, right? Because it's just this idea that those stronger positions below us, we know they're buying futures right now. And when they're buying futures, those longs, they're kind of by default absorbing volatility. If the selling pressure expands volatility to the downside, but it doesn't get to realize, there's only one direction for that to go, if it doesn't persist. But if you have steady, strong selling and the volatility persists to overwhelm what market makers we know they're doing down there, right? Then you can get that kind of steady, grindy chop lower. But it would have to be enough to offset all of these market makers long. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10 strikes that are buying, right? Does charm always drag down? No, charm is also supportive, right? What did I say about this strike here? If you're holding over 75.25, this big red strike, it's supportive passively if you're holding over it. The longer you are over that, the higher you go, the more market makers are continuing to have to buy futures for that position. So if you're over that into the afternoon, the passage of time, it's telling you that's the thing that kind of keeps you floating, right? Just like all of this down here. So it's like, that's why they call it a pin, right? It's that vice grip idea. If you've got pressure from up here and pressure from down here, one's lifting you up, one's pushing you down, where does that settle? So when I drew these arrows here, it's with this idea. If we were holding over this strike, it's going to compel you higher, right? And then you find a place to kind of say, well, where do we maybe want to meet in the middle? And then it's more like this. That's why I said, if you got over this, you're probably going to get stuck right in here. Does that make sense? That is kind of the idea of charm. It's passive, but charm and how these options decay and how they're held is completely irrelevant when there's strong market flow and volatility. So that's how you watch this to understand what is lining up in my favor the most. So the edge right now to me is two things. I know that I have really strong broad support down below where market makers are en masse buying passively. They're passively buying. So unless volatility ramps up and it stays high and the selling pressure is so strong it's going to overwhelm all of this stuff down below that is supportive, technically all the way down to like 74.50 on SPX here. So how many points away is that? That's 60 points away of nothing but support, right? So unless you get really strong volatility to come down here and start flirting with 74.90 and selling under it, every time you go down, it's like a trampoline. If you can't keep the pressure down, the trampoline's going to release that energy in one direction, right? So again, if you were super bullish right now, what you would want to see is that we cover the 75.25 and it gives us some momentum to come back and test the top of this range again, right? Nothing exists in isolation, okay? So what would you also be watching? If you're a VIX person, would you be watching vol? Would you be watching VIX? If you had your options chain pulled up, you could be watching like skew. Is the put skew on this call going up or down? Is the call skew going up or down as we are making a directional move, right? There are many things you can monitor for that, but you can also just use your eyes. Oh, okay, we came down into this really strong support area. If this is really strong selling, I would expect VIX to stay elevated. I would expect this to just be another candle down, but you got a pretty quick reaction there. Does it persist? Does it move through this strike and catch some momentum? Who's winning? You know, where's that pressure? This is kind of resistance until it's not. If we move through it, then I'm 100% expecting we get back to 75.40. Yeah, no problem, Alvin. I mean, that's all you, man. I didn't take the short, right? I was in a long. But the idea was, if I was going to take a short, it would have been up here because this is the resistance that I have to get through to even have the right to move into the upper range. So even here, why was I looking to say like this is my initial target on that long? Because I know where they're going to be selling no matter what, right? So if you guys stick around here long enough, I think this stuff will start to sink in a little bit. If not, that's my fault, and I'll do a better job. And if you guys are confused, please let me know, right? I'm trying to simplify this down to make it as easy as possible to follow along. Red means momentum, right? Green means slow. And it works both ways. If there's more green below you, you've got more support below you. If there's more of it above you, it's a stronger resistance, right? So where are your areas of opportunity? If it's a range day like today, our areas of opportunity are between the greens. It can really just be that simple. I think maybe some of the strongest edge with this stuff are on range days because you pretty much know where the range is coming in. Where are you longing from? Where are you shorting from? If you're playing the range and you don't think we're going to get that next breakout, you're thinking we're way more contained on the day, there you go, right? Unfortunately, can I undo that? There we go. So if I got rid of the arrows and just said, hey, from the morning coming in, where is the chop range? And you longed that and shorted kind of the top of just that drawn out range. We pretty much traded completely within that. You break below. Where does kind of the support range really start? Well, down here. Okay, then you can long back up into this. You don't have to have these pre-market ranges and say it's only ever that. But I think that is a pretty strong, example of how you can leverage it. Even what we just said right now, somebody asked, would I have longed from here? No, not right now. But that's because I pretty much took all the trades I wanted to take on the day. I was not interested in longing again. But if you did want to take a long there, I wouldn't argue with you because this is very strong support. You would have had to really had persistent strong selling. So the fact that we're bouncing and coming back here, if we covered this 75.25 and hold it, I would fully expect another test higher. It's just mechanics. It's just reactions. It's what are they forced to do? And absent bigger, stronger flow in the market, sometimes market makers are the ones that accelerate these things and drive it, right? It's just a passive situation. If this, then that, unless this. So not a super exciting day, I know, but I got my winner. If you guys took a long from down here, you had a really easy win. If you took a short from up here because you understood that this was resistance, and you had some potential acceleration on some selling pressure. This is why the red is both ways, guys. It's negative does not mean selling only. It is bidirectional, right? Yeah, these are fun. These are fun days for me. I mean, I see this stuff every day. This is how I trade. So when I watch this stuff work out that way, it's exciting. It's like, oh, a lot of opportunity out there. So, yeah. I think my stream's about done. I think we will do maybe one more giveaway today. I think I might have that option. Let me make sure I'm not talking out of my ass. Yeah, we can do one. We can do one. Let me get that set up for you guys. You listened to me ramble. You saw my stream go down for a minute. I think you've earned it. Had some good questions in here. Had a couple winning trades. I'm feeling generous. We'll go ahead and do that. So we'll give it about 5 minutes. If you guys want to go ahead and hit !enter, you will be entered for a 50K Tradeify growth account giveaway. Is there a way to get free options data, Josh? Free? Not like I see it, if that's what you're talking about. Get access to the indicator. Is it publicly available? Part of a private tool or package? You can pay for a data vendor. I use VS3D. This is for Rube Suarez. That is what I personally use, but you have like options depth, there's quanted options, Skylit AI, Spot Gamma. There's all sorts of services that you can leverage to kind of get the underlying information that I use for mine. But this particular like trading view indicator is just for me. It's something that I created with Claude. It took me literally 5 minutes. Somebody else that I know uses a different vendor. They reached out to me and said, what did you do to make that? I have this service like you do, but like, how do you get it on TradingView? Literally just tell Claude, like, put the positions on my chart. If I give you the numbers, put it on my chart. It's really easy to create, but it's nothing I can sell you directly. So No, but if it is something that you want to follow along with and like you like the information and you want to see kind of what I'm doing, you can follow me on Instagram. That being said, whoever wins this giveaway in 5 minutes, I want you to DM me at the Instagram address that I just shared with you. When you do that, then I will do what I need to do to get you the code that you can redeem for that 50K Tradeify growth account. Okay, but make sure you follow me on Instagram and send me that DM so I can see it, and we will get you sorted. Further, if there is something that you guys want to follow along with, I will just shout out that our Discord is great. It's where I kind of give all of my color commentary, both from the pre-market, intraday as I'm taking trades. That way, if you guys are only ever catching me midday on stream, but you like what you see, you can certainly join us there. Ron G, Jake, Joel, who does Bookmap. There are many others that also participate there. Super hands-on. You'll get the pre-market plan early from me, and any intraday updates that I share will be there. Otherwise, you are free to stay here on Project 365. This is free. This is meant to be an educational time. If I take a trade intraday, which is not always, you will see that here, but this is where you can come for information if you want to learn more about market maker positioning and how to trade with it. That's what my stream is predominantly for, right? That's what I do. That's my edge. That's what I am most successful with. But however you are here, however you found us, if you want to stick around, you will have Christian Lomeli after. He starts in about 7 minutes, and he is an ICT guy, so he uses those concepts if that's something you are interested in or familiar with. He will be your man for that, but I am kind of primarily, this is my whole focus here. I use, obviously price action, I'm watching it, but I'm looking for the kind of mechanical reactions that market makers employ that effectively drives the market as far as ES and SPX goes. So hopefully that is beneficial to you guys. If you're interested, you know where to find me. Like I said, you can find me on Instagram. If you want to follow along more closely, there is the Discord. Did they move his time earlier, Mudbutt? Yeah, because I'm ending here in like 7 minutes, so he will start a little bit earlier. Thanks for the lookout. Yeah, no problem, Rain. I mean, kisses are welcome, but, my wife might have something to say. Why don't I like NQ? Mr. Stocks, I trade NQ. I took it today. I traded MNQ along with my ES trade this morning. I don't dislike it. It's just that the direct correlation for me is SPX and ES, right? They are far more tightly correlated than anything else out there. So like if you were trading, if you paid for a service and you were like, oh, I see QQQ gamma. It's naive, number one. I don't endorse that. It's not as liquid or directly correlated between QQQ and NQ, so there's less edge there. Same thing for NDX, to be honest. NDX is not as tightly correlated to NQ the way that SPX and ES are. It's the most liquid trading vehicle in the world, right? So the size of those options that are held by market makers are the equivalent of billions and billions of dollars that get traded every day and influence how many ES minis get traded just even in the background. If you took all of the rest of the participants out that are speculating ES right now, and you said only market makers and how many minis they have to trade at this moment in time, and what they're holding is the equivalent of about $8 billion where we are right now. That changes the lower we go. If we got down to like 74.85 on SPX today, which would be right about here, 7,500 on ES, you are now looking at more like $15 billion of minis that would have to get traded, must be traded. So if you don't think that that has an impact on the outcome of the market moving on ES, I don't know what to tell you. Go get your brain checked. How about that? All right, let's take a look here, guys. I think we are coming up on the end of our timer for this contest. I think you have maybe a minute left. I don't think there is much time. So we will go ahead and run that one now. I'm going to pick a winner. Once again, I'm just going to tell you, you have to follow me on Instagram. So let me share that before I hit the winner button here. Follow me there on Instagram and you will DM me to redeem your code. So let's see that real quick. Alvin 117071, you are the winner. What I need to see though, I have this sneaking suspicion you have won previously. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, let me know. I don't think you have, but it sounds familiar. All right, Alvin, I feel like you're a day one guy. I think you were on like the 5:30 in the morning streams with me. So if I ever see you guys win, I'm super happy to see that happen for you. But Alvin, go ahead, follow me on that Instagram account there. Shoot me a DM and we will get you that code. It is a 50K Tradeify growth account. So I think we've had a couple winners that have reached out to me that have said they've actually taken a few payouts from some of those. So if that is true for you in the next couple weeks, I will be super excited to hear it from you. Am I still doing the 5:30 stream, Kelpie? No, I am not. That's kind of like a dead period. We never really got as much mojo going there. I think it was just a bridge too far. It was a little too early for a lot of folks. So this was just a better fit. I know that it's hard because I do provide a pre-market kind of plan, and that profile is really beneficial to see. And if you don't see it early, I know that that's difficult. But if you want to see that, like I said, you can follow me on Instagram. It gets posted a little later there. It gets posted early in the Discord. We have a channel there. So if you want to join us, you can certainly do that. I'll share that link one more time. It's not something you have to do. But yeah, if you guys have more questions on this, just come back for the next stream. We're here every day, Monday through Friday. We'll probably do some more weekend streams on occasion. I can provide some additional color if there's demand for that. But otherwise, yeah, shoot me a DM if you're in the Discord. Message me there if you have more questions. Otherwise, just stay tuned to these Project 365 streams. Hopefully they're beneficial. Makes me happy that at least somebody took a trade off of this profile and made some money on the stream. So good for you. And we'll see what the afternoon holds. Again, for me, just to reiterate, base case for me, I think we are kind of going to get stuck. I think if I had to pick a spot right now, I think we'll do the old arrow draw here. If I was a gambling man, I think if we run out of juice and don't actually get a breakout over 75.40, I think we're kind of looking like we might just want to end up right where we are, but somewhere in this little window. I think we ultimately get pinned in here somewhere. I don't know that we really go meaningfully too much further than that. So that is my base case. Like I said, I am not taking any more trades on the day. I think there's a chance we break out and get stuck a little bit higher slightly, but if we sell down, this is your strongest balance. So this is kind of like the strongest area, but if you get some persistent selling, maybe you sneak under that and bounce around under here. So take a look and see what you guys do, see what Christian has for you, and I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you so much for being here.
How we doing? How we doing, chat? How's everyone doing, chat? Letting people trickle in here before we get started. Let's see. Getting set up here. What up, brother? How's it going, Elder? Hello, Yayita. What up? My dog, Alex. What up? How's everyone doing? How was the AM session for everyone? Yeah, Victoria, what up, what up? How's it going, Victoria? Man, you don't miss, Victoria. Love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, Mud Butt. What up, what up? KG, my guy, what up? Let me see, just making a quick Instagram story. All right, let me make sure it posted. Yep, it posted. Posted with the link. L's in the chat or what? We took L's or what? I get FOMO when I miss streams. I love it here. Man, I love that you guys are, you know, consistent. I love it. I love it. I love it when I see the same exact names every single time. Chat, do we see anything different from today? I'll hop on charts right now because I do think we have potential good setups, but anything different here on stream? Wild Ride had to hit myself with Jake saying, you lose more times entering pre-market than you win. Yo, big boss. What up? What up? How's it going? Waiting for a continuation for long side. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm long bias. We'll hop into charts right now. 1 for 2, not an L, I guess. 1 for 2. So you took 3. Oh, sorry. You took 1 win and 1 loss. Those shorts printed. Fuck yeah. Whoever took shorts in the morning, fucking printed. I personally was cash this morning. I was waiting. I'll walk you guys through exactly what I was waiting for and I didn't get. And my draw was clear. The same relative equal lows that we talked about yesterday in Power Hour got hit today to the tick on ES. So we'll talk about that shortly. On the NQ Scout Gold earlier, fuck yeah. First eval and made 545 in 2 trades. Hell yeah, slow and steady, brother. No need to rush it. If it's your first eval, slow and steady. Slow and steady. We'll get on the charts here shortly. Made 70 quadrillion this morning. Man, I wish. 70 quadrillion, that would be what? Fucking, we got millions, billions, trillions. Of course, quad 4, duh. Quadrillions. Tough day for me. No, Joe, what up? What up? What happened? Tilt day or... What happened? What happened? Good little segment to hop into charts here. What happened, Joe? What's good, Adam, my guy? How's it going? What up, gang? What up? What up? So I am log biased coming into the session. Waiting for a couple of things specifically from the 15 minutes. So we'll hop into charts right now shortly. Just letting people trickle in here before I get started. Yeah, I just tilted a bit. What initiated the tilt, Joe? Was it like from the morning, from the jump, you already on edge, or was it like you got tagged for break even, you saw a dump without you, and you're like, fuck, I should have been a part of it? What happened? I guess my question is, do you know exactly what caused the tilt, or was it, or do you're still unsure? I think Elon will hit $1 trillion when SpaceX IPOs. Yeah, out of everyone, that's the guy that would probably do it. I'm good now, but lost the TPT account. I literally passed yesterday from intraday drawdown. Never dealt with that before. Literally passed yesterday from intraday draw. Oh, you got the account over the intraday drawdown and you lost it today. Is that what you mean, Jeff? Did you take the short? No, I didn't. I remained cash this morning. I was waiting for a short, and I still got a review to see if it was an okay miss, but yeah, I was waiting for these looking for shorts in that area, but I was waiting for a little bit higher on ES, and I'll walk you guys through exactly why. But we never got that, and we just completely dumped. In hindsight, yeah, it is what it is. But I noticed that whenever I miss some clean shorts in the morning, I tend to stay longer on charts, which today I didn't go to the gym. Usually I'll go to the gym midstream, so today I didn't go to the gym. I went on a 30-minute walk, and I was driving to the gym, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna, because I left my charts pretty late today. So it's currently 10:37 where I'm at, and I left the charts like at 8:30. So I still had to get home, make a quick meal, and I was like, no, you know what? It's no point in getting a 30-minute workout in. I'd rather go post-market and actually just take my time. But yeah, intraday can be brutal. How's the day going, brother? Honestly, it's going good. Lomeli, is that your shit? Same last name, brother. Same last name. Day's going good, though. Honestly, I'm a bit, as you guys can see, I'm sitting down today. Odyssey, I'm a bit tired, a bit exhausted, but going back to the sleep, man. Fucking this this West Coast time is if you don't prioritize sleep, it catches up to you for sure. My bad, ignore that. Intraday. Yo, DD, my guy. How's it going, brother? How's it going? Usually, nah, that intraday down got me today. I was Oh, I see what you mean. Close the trade green, but it didn't matter because I had already hit intraday. Might have to scale down more now. Yeah, I mean, whatever way you approach it, you should approach it one of two ways, brother. You should go either very aggressive from the beginning to get out of the intraday drawdown, or go slow and steady, right? I don't think there's an in between. So whatever you decide or you were going with, just make sure it's consistent and fuck it, we ball, man. Whatever happens, happens. Usually you let the fruit hang and stand when trading. What the fuck? Usually you let the fruit hang and stand when trading. I don't know if I'm understanding that or if I'm actually understanding that. Good evening. Nice to see you. Adrian, my guy. How's it going, brother? How's it going? Yeah, just giving this a couple, probably like another minute or so, and yeah, I thought so, brother. I thought so. But shit, how we doing, gang? How we doing? Questions. Why do candles and wicks look different on TraderVate and Trade Locker? Fuck, I have no clue. I don't use Trade Locker. So I do use TraderVate, so I'm assuming what you see on TraderVate is correct. I don't know. I have no clue though. Your recent short thumbnail is kind of tough. Anime type of pose. What the fuck? Let me see. Wait, which one are you talking about? Let me see. My recent short thumbnail. Oh, you're talking about YouTube or what? Shorts. Let me see. Oh, I see. Oh my God. Yeah, I would post a lot of fitness content back then. I try to go all in on top get past, but I think on the day like today, I had such few entries for my strategy, and with today's price action, I got cooked. Top pass, but I think of it. Yeah, it's tough because, yeah, I mean, so long you understand what you did wrong, I think that's what matters. If you did anything wrong, like I said. Trading tips from Cuzzo. Cuzzo, who are you? You're my cousin? Give me first name, maybe. Let me see. Oh shit, Jonathan, my guy. How's it going, brother? My brother's stationed in where are you at right now? Africa? No, you're in Virginia. He's in the military. In Marines, Marines. Shout out Jonathan. Shout out Jonathan in the chat. Audio keeps going in and out. How's the audio, chat? Someone said the audio keeps going in and out, but yes, sir. Fuck yeah, Jonathan. Yeah. Looking, we'll break down charts right now shortly. Audio's good, chat? If audio's good, we'll hop into the charts here. Audio's fine? Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's your audio, Mr. Stockton. Audio's good? Fuck yeah. Shout out Victoria. Okay, so chat. Hopping into the charts here. So it's an interesting morning given how we're looking, right? If we hop on the daily, yesterday's daily on ES closed as a potential failure to go higher on the ES, right? Today's bar on ES, strictly looking at ES. Today's bar on ES took out prior bar's low, prior bar's high, and prior bar's low. And we're trading in this new week opening, or is it a new week open? It's a gap that we're trading into, sorry. So currently the ES is looking a bit more rangy than if we look at NQ. If we look at NQ, NQ took out prior day's high, and we're essentially holding mid range of last day's bar, right? We're holding about the equilibrium of the range. So that in of itself, I'm looking to see what we're doing. Okay, we're ranging on ES and we're holding, creating higher highs and higher lows, specifically on the 4 hour. If we look at the 4 hours since Sunday open, chat, I'll let you guys kind of answer this. Which one looks rangy and which one looks trendy? Yeah, audio's good, brother. Yeah, I think today just wasn't a good day for my strat. I missed a few entries, so yeah. It could be a mixture of both, and I think it's the mentality that we saw a trend day to the downside and you missed it. Yeah, so NQ trend, ES range, exactly. So on range, I made a reel on this, which when I make reels, some of them are just, it's me fucking around, but some of them hold true value or true insight as to what I actually trade. So on range type of action, we're taking out highs, taking out lows. I want to trade ranges back into equilibrium, right? So given that we're basically at all-time highs, we retraced into a daily gap, right? We took out the weekly lows, while NQ is creating higher highs and higher lows and creating this potential higher low in this BPR zone. It's a fair value gap, a bullish gap, and a bearish gap. Inside, of course, this other gap here, if you want to call it. So now, and we're at OTE of the range. So if we take this swing high to swing low on the 4 hour, swing high, swing low, 50, we're at literally the OTE, which is the 0.79 of the range. So we're creating higher highs and higher lows, while ES is at the bottom of the range. So I'm not looking to short this so long ES holds this range, right? If ES can hold this quote unquote support, I'm looking for a potential long. Now, if we go on the hourly, not much to see here on the hourly on ES and NQ. Only thing I see here is that we took out this swing low here, right, on NQ. And we have a bearish gap up above us, and prior day high. So this for me is a low hanging fruit, given that high is premium of the range on ES. And if we go on the 15-minute, it's a swing high here, premium of the range. So that's a good target to have. This is a good target to have on NQ. So now all I'm waiting for, chat, is the 15-minute. I want to see the 15-minute give me indications that price wants to trade higher into that range, because overall on the hourly, we displaced to the downside. So and we're kind of displacing to the downside at support. So if we are able to hold support, what I consider support, then the 15-minute should reflect that, and that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the 15-minute to reflect that, displace higher, right, and get some sort of like maybe fair value gap, order block, some sort of entry model to then trade it as a continuation play into the low-hanging fruit. So let's see. Yeah, essentially here waiting for price to develop. I want to see more price action. I want to see essentially another 1 or 2 15-minute bars close and do something like this, maybe, right? Something like that. And but if we displace without getting some sort of entry model, then I wouldn't partake, right? We do have divergence here, like I said, on the hourly and the 4 hour, right, which is this line, and we have intraday divergence, meaning that not only is it the high time frames, but the low time frames. If we zoom in onto the shoot, let me see 1 second. If we zoom into the 15-minute, right, we're creating kind of higher highs here on the 15-minute while we're creating lower lows on the 15-minute. So yeah, right now currently waiting on the 15-minute. I want to see more from the 15-minute. Want to see more from the 15-minute and go from there, essentially, chat. Let's see. Yes, screen. NQ trend, baby. Looks like entry is getting ready soon, please. Yes, range, NQ more trend. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm catching up late on these comments here. You think we hold or break 976 on the NQ? 976. I don't know yet. The only info I'm taking here is on the higher time frames. On the higher time frames, I'm anticipating price to bounce here. So if that does happen, I'm not getting in right away, right? I'm waiting for price to reflect my thesis, and the specific time frame that I'm waiting that on for that thesis to confirm is a 15 minutes. So it can continue dumping and I could care less, right? But if it aligns, then I'd be willing to participate. 20 to pass, which direction are we going? I'm leaning more long biased. Had 2 solid trades today. Lomeli, Lomeli. MES Polar Bear, my guy, how's it going? How's it going? ¿Qué pasa, primo? RJV, my guy. Nothing much, brother. Nothing much. Breaking down price here and sitting down for the first time on stream. $876. $876. You said, yeah, I think this is local. I think this is the local bottom. Check your DM once. I got you, brother. I'll check it once. Check it right now. My guy called someone else Lomeli. No, who I called? Oh, you mean right now? No, I was reading out the chat and I accidentally said Lomeli. 30K tap on NQ feels inevitable. Good call. I just passed. Thanks. Oh my God. Fuck. That's funny. Bro said what's good with him. Bro's talking to himself, huh? Oh shit. Lomeli, my guy, you on a little earlier than usual today. Yeah, usually, well, as of for what was it? Like mid of last week, we kind of changed a little bit. So I'm on right after Mitch. So I'm on at my time 10:30 to 3:30, which, sorry, 10:30 to 12:30. So Eastern time, that would be 1:30 to 3:30. I got you, Didi. I got you. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh shit. This is what Didi sent me. Chat, watch. Watch. Can I show Discord here? Let me see. Window. No, search. This is what Didi sent me, chat. Let me see. Oh wait, no, not the banner. Fucking guy. Gonna change my alarm from 10:55 to 10:20 now to remind me. Oh, my guy, Ramirez. Appreciate you, brother. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think yeah, Jay came up with the idea that, you know, just having a continuous stream would be better for the algorithm, so we're testing that out. The hourly on ES and NQ look good so far. Yeah, if it closes, yeah, exactly. Pretty accurate. Oh my God. Oh man, I'm kind of liking this sitting down action here. Yeah, typically I'm standing for fucking for majority of the day, but yeah, I hit legs yesterday, so we sit and we chilling. Waiting on price to trade higher. Give us confirmation on the 15-minute. Although I am looking at the 5-minute inversion here. It's not a bad take. Not a bad take, but waiting for more. Pretty accurate. Is that a gaming chair? I don't know. You tell me. Is that a gaming chair? It was gifted to me, so I don't know. You did like, yes, you should have to wash it. This guy. Fuck. Have to wash it as a punishment to not following your trading rules, right? You should have to wash it just for fun. I'll wash it if this stream gets like 300 likes, which I don't think we've ever gotten. Or fuck that, 350. Hi, y'all. Jay, my guy, how's it going, brother? How's it going, my guy? Jonathan, if you're still watching, what you up to, brother? What you up to? I just saw your Memorial Day Murph post. When was it? Couple days ago. And Q, wait until 3 p.m. No, I mean, what I see here is that, I mean, yeah, price is looking ready for the upside, especially after that 5-minute inversion. But for me, given this fucking range and how I trade, I want to see the 15-minute kind of confirm. Which, if we look at the 15-minute, this is kind of what I'm taking note of. We tapped into that area. We inversed the gap here on the 15-minute. So let's replay it. We inversed the gap. Let me go minute by minute. I was looking for that gap to hold, right? We inversed it, created a potential higher low, I guess you can call it. And now we essentially inverted the gap once again. If this next candle closes how it's looking, right? After the 5-minute inversion. So yeah, we'll see if it waits for us. But my draw is the 30, you could call it 3,100 or 30,100. Yeah, for me, waiting on the 15-minute. Waiting on the 15-minute here. Is that a 3-bar play? On what chart? What on the what time frame are you talking about? It looks so tempting. Exactly why I'm hesitating. Yeah, there's no reason to rush anything, right? There's literally no reason to rush anything. We have a bearish order block here on the 15-minute that we could reject off of just to trade lower, right? So there's no reason to rush anything.
From motors and belts to switches and sensors, helping maintenance engineers keep production lines moving. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Grainger, for the ones that get it done. Range below open, bad news. Also staying below 30K. Man, that 30 band number, you want to call it, at 30,000, has been a big player this week, right? We had them on Mondays, which I targeted essentially. Sorry, on Tuesday. And coming into yesterday, we consolidated there for a while. So even if we draw a level right across that area, we could see the reactions. $15-minute. 3-bar play, not necessarily. This is what I consider a 3-bar play, I guess. Just like the first example I saw. Like only looking at 3 bars. Just like this. Shit. That was unnecessary, chat. Yeah, I'm full porting evals right now. No risk, no Rari main. Fucking Brian. What's the other saying? No, fuck. No risk, no. There's another saying for a Lambo that I saw on Instagram not so long ago. Forgot it though. Brian trades longer shorts, brother. You can't always get what you want. Yeah, I mean, right now we're essentially delivering bearish, right? On the 15-minute. So until we start displacing higher, I'm not interested. You take anything this morning, Brian? Or nah? Let's see, chat. We do have a 50K account giveaway here at the end of the stream, so stay tuned for that. And someone on chat said if we get 350 likes on this stream today, we'll finish off with a you guys can call it however long wall sit. I used to pray for sounds like this. I used to always trade MES, but been trading MNQ lately. Bro, MNQ is goated in my opinion. MNQ is fucking goated. 1L today, unfortunately. Nah, it's fortunately, brother. You just took 1L and that's that. No revenge trading, no tilt action. Banger. I think banger day if you ask me. I like it a little. Yeah, honestly, me too. I prefer NQ just given that. It's funny because I'll lean on ES a lot. 500 likes for a 10-minute wall sit. Fuck, chat. 500 likes and I'll attempt a 10-minute wall sit for sure. I'll tell you that much. After a fucking knee injury in Costa Rica. Fuck it. We can start doing that, chat. Tomorrow we'll do if we get 500 likes. I don't know. That'd be a fun series after the stream ends. 500 likes for 500 push-ups. I used to have a strict rule of only trading MNQ when there is a clear range. Yeah, because it was too volatile. Because it was only using MNQ when there's a clear range day because it was too volatile otherwise. Yeah, it's a good and bad thing though, right? The good thing is that even during Asia session, bro, you can fucking catch a 20, 30, 40 point move on one NQ. That's fucking 400, 600 bucks, right? You mean trend day? I see. Yeah. No, fuck yeah. Regardless, it's still, yeah, it's my favorite instrument to trade. We can type this up. Waiting on the 15-minute. Yeah. Displacement. If I spelled that right, fuck it. Guess we don't need ES here. You said I swear I can make thousands of dollars when I'm over consistency and trying to lose money, but when I get my funded, I can't make a dime. Yeah, it's emotions. It's part of the game. Did you just get started with trading, Charles? Latter than see, then they're still there sometimes. My bias is to the upside, so I'm long biased. Waiting on the 15-minute. $350 likes. For shits and giggles.
When the future first arrives, we often don't recognize it. Interactive Brokers founder Thomas Petterson.
Man, Interact. I can never get away from trading chat with these fucking ads. I'll be watching a show over the weekend. Interactive Brokers or fucking Top Step got ads now too. Or fucking That's a funny skit idea too. I'll probably work on. Like when you literally can't escape the trading. I got back into it last year when I heard of prop firms, but haven't had a payout though. Yeah, it's tough, brother, because bro, trust me, I've been there. Like it's similar to like the whole paper trading versus actual live account, right? You're gonna trade them completely different because the amygdala isn't getting fucking triggered. That small little almond-shaped part of your brain is not signaling to your mind that there's danger. But when you got money on the line, when there's higher stakes, right? With prop firms, it's different because it's not so much the money that you're losing, but it's the potential that you have and fearing that it goes wrong, in my opinion. So whenever that triggers in your mind doesn't know the difference between actual danger, like an actual legitimate fucking tiger about to attack you, or buttons or little candlesticks on a screen. All it perceives it at is danger. There's something wrong here. Let me get out of this. And the way to get out of that with trading is by doing stupid shit, unfavorable to your overall trading journey. Yeah, exactly. You have an expectation to make money since you're funded. So now that there's something on the line, you have skin in the game. You're like, oh shit, I can't fuck this up now, right? And because you start thinking that way is the same reason why things go wrong. 100 likes for a handstand for 5 minutes? Fuck no. I think 100 likes we get regardless. What's your yellow, red, and blue lines? Yellow. So that's this indicator, kill zone and pivots. So this is prior day high. And my red lines are London highs and lows. My blue lines are Asia highs and lows. Cool little indicator. I think, yeah, a good mentality to have is like, once you get funded, it's the expectation. Going back to the expectation, it's that you're expecting to get paid out. So for whatever accounts you do have or working towards, expect that you're like, once you pay for the activation fee, if you have one, just expect it to be gone. Like, as crazy as it sounds, expect it lost. Expect that the same thing's gonna happen. You're gonna lose it. And by doing so, for me, I noticed like expecting the worst and just showing up every day. It sounds crazy now that I'm saying it out loud, but expect that it's the money you put away from it, the payouts are all gone and you're just there to execute. And if it pays you out, amazing, right? But it's the expectation that you're hoping for the best. And then when you take a loss, it starts working against your own psyche and it goes into this downward spiral. TPT, I've never tried. Ever, ever, ever. Best mindset I have indeed. Yeah, fuck yeah. I think it would benefit a lot of you guys. Just expect the, I don't know if it's on stream. Every time I hop on stream, I get a notification from Instagram talking about provide your account details by so and so. Stupid. Let's do this, chat. I saw Azing do this and 200 likes for giveaway. For 50K. Willie using them now, and since I scalp it's fire. Using what now? Oh, using TPT or what? Oh, TPT, yeah. Yeah, that's the goal. The goal is to, once I'm focusing fully on TPT, I'm gonna try to see if I can run it up. If not, then yeah, that's an account in my opinion to just go and really try to maximize, given the upside that it does have. What up, everyone? What up? You said, yeah, my guy. You said you read Long Birds or what? Oh, Long Birds. Nah, my guy, it's Long Bias. Interact. How you doing, right guy? You take anything this morning? Man, I'm itching to play some fucking some rap. Are you waiting to pick up equal lows on 15-minute first? Pick up equal lows? What do you mean? These lows down here? Yeah, yeah, it can go either or. I like how that last hourly bar closed. If I'm bullish, it confirming my bias, right? We failed to go below prior bar's low. We just broke a prior bar's high now. So the 15-minute just has to show some sort of eagerness to go higher for me to participate. We're currently rejecting that last up candle before the down move. Yeah, let's see what we get, chat. Let's see what, 1 second, chat. Let me go take a quick leak real quick. I will be back in no longer than a minute. I'm gonna take 30 seconds, chat. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, but if I hold it here, isn't it blocking my face? That's a wrap. Huh?
With a whole fleet of new cars, Hertz has pairings for every adventure. Soap or a lot of sun. How about a new car with very little roof? Get paired with our newest fleet yet at Hertz.com.
I'm back, chat. We're back. Jake, you popped in right when I went for a leak. How's it going, Jake? My guy, Jake, how's it going, brother? Good, doing good. Currently waiting on a long to cook. I have a long bias going into the session, but I want to see a little bit more from the 15 minutes. So we're currently just waiting. Yeah. Waiting for price to set up here. Good, man. No trades for me this morning. Made some small gains from Night Asia session. Fuck yeah. Stabbing middle of range. 365 Mafia or Young Dull? Young Dull for sure. Young Dull for sure. Man, yeah, she looks super choppy. Yeah, I mean, on the 15-minute looks a little bit after that morning sell-off, we've just been in this range, and I want to see a little bit more from the 15. I do think that we see 3100 on NQ, but I want to see a little bit more from NQ. It's forming kind of like this potential higher low. I want to see a little bit more displacement and see if I can catch a new potential higher low on the 15-minute, essentially. Rake W. Dolphin. Long until you're wrong, baby. DJ in hours indeed, or what? Let me see. Hope I don't get copyrighted here, but let's see. Someone talking about Young Dolph. Let me see. DJ, I wanted to buy NQ 5 minutes ago. Yeah, it's looking like it's cooking, but I want to see more from the 15-minute. Now I feel FOMO. Nah, I don't feel FOMO, brother. Alex Berlin set a huge sellers at 30.20. We'll see. Top Nation at the end of the day. Literally no edge, nothing, to be honest. Yeah, this is Sleepy Joe action here.
She said, can she fuck me with my diamond shine? If I ain't in the bank, then I'm on the plane. About to go get some money or go spend some money. They stop me.
What are your top 3 artists, bro? Man, you can't.
They don't want you to ball. They'll push a smile in your face. Yeah.
Where we at, Nip?
This one of them for sure. Nipsey, man. This song, Nipsey, reminds me of my trading journey for whatever reason. When I was in the midst, fucking back testing all day, DoorDashing, working warehouse jobs. I was trading when Biden was in. It was just slower, smaller ranges, and less volatile when Trump. Now you know you have Trump tweeting every so often. Listening to music in the Maya ruins. Is it weird, chat, that a lot of the destinations I've been to are influenced by songs? I'm like, oh, they brought it up. I should go check it out. All right, back to playlist. Back to elevator music. What makes the swing high a low-hanging fruit? Essentially because it's so we have premium and discount, right? So I'm anticipating price to move up to at least premium of the range, right? But this is low-hanging fruit because it's a 15-minute swing high. It's an hourly bearish gap that we can tap into and reject off of. So that's the level that I see us tapping. That's the easy target essentially. And PS is that same exact high is premium of the range. So that's a easy target. Yo. So that's a Sleepy Joe. That's an easy target. You recommend Lucid Flex 50K accounts? Yeah, they're good. Listen to music while my account ruined. Man, that 5-minute inversion long was a solid take here, chat. solid take for whoever took that. For beginners, yeah, it's a good account for beginners. I think so. No intraday drawdown. The rules are pretty easy. Payout rules. So yeah, I would say so. You're up 350 on the day, but it feels like luck. Why does it feel like luck? You took it off that 5-minute inversion. Fire. It was definitely a good take. Hindsight, of course. But no, it was a good take for sure. Yeah.
FTMO. Trade directly on TradingView.
Shut the
Analyze
fuck
the
up.
markets. Plan your
You still think NQ pulls back? If not, then they'll trade. Yeah, honestly, I'm on a similar vibe to you. Let me see. I gotta reply to this message real quick. Oh. I texted my barber yesterday. He had cuts, and given that people are graduating, he's completely booked. So he texted me. He probably has some sort of openings today, or a slight little squeeze. Which, he's my barber, but he's also my cousin. Live stream and Bluetooth commercial comes on. Do you have a day job too? No. The boy Mikey, yes sir. The guy Mikey. Let's see what he's talking about, chat. Oh, no, it's not. Yes, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Just let me know. Day. Bro's gonna hit my target is that 15-minute gap. Yeah, that's a good target. The low hanging fruit, like I said since beginning of stream, is at 30,100. 30,100s. Bro's gonna hit you with a 50% upcharge. Oh shit. You don't like the give me a trade? Can't do that, brother. Just giving you my insight. I don't like the small grind up. I actually, yeah, same, but again, that's why I'm waiting on the 15-minute. I want to see this 15-minute close, then the next one kind of close, retrace, maybe bounce on the new day opening gap as well, and that'd be A+ for me into the low-hanging fruit. So for now, patience. But I mean, yeah. I'm getting FOMO, chat. I'm getting FOMO, chat. Fuck it, we bomb in. What's the music? It's a playlist that my boy Didi sent me. Just vibing with it for now. Where's Trump? Hey, I know, raw, right? I think since we started playing Nipsey, shit was pumping. So let's go back to rap, chat. See what I mean? Can't get away from. I guess this one's valid. TPT. Chat, what's the I'm sure everyone here listens to Drake. What's the all-time goated Drake song? We enter buy. You can do whatever you want, my guy. I'm waiting on a pullback. Oh, they ain't like us. Success, brother. Yes. Bro, listening to this shit, late night drive, by yourself, windows down, summer, spring afternoon. It was like mid 80s during the day and it's just cooling down, nice breeze coming in. And you're playing this. Right, guy? You know, yeah. You know exactly how to do it, brother. Trophies are good too. Okay, so the 15-minute candle close. This is good. Just waiting for a pullback here. What you like is not familiar. Yeah, just vibing, my guy. Just vibing, brother. On a motherfucking cashier. Dimes in my bed. All right. Sometimes I forget there's fucking people watching, so I gotta tone it down here. Yeah, hopefully this gives me a pullback. If not, it is what it is. But hopefully it gives me a pullback before that premium of the range or that low-hanging fruit. So essentially what I wanted to see from the 15-minute is happening. Now I just want the next 15-minute to close, pull back, do something like that. If that happens, in my books, that's A+. Especially if we hold in the new day opening gap, which is that blue rectangle. That does happen. It's a potentially good setup here, chat. Let's see, getting my account set up here. 1 second, chat. Cancel culture. Brother, yeah. Shit, you, Cypress Hills? Yeah, I'll get back to music right now. I got you. You're in shorts? No. 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 Maybe I should have. I mean, it said that on the banner. Longs or longs. Cooking. Cooking, chat. Cooking. What was I doing? Oh yeah, accounts. do my leader. One second, check. Getting some things on the back end here situated. Which one would be 18? Three. All right, all done. All right. Okay. Man, I need a bigger monitor here, chat. I need a bigger fucking monitor. I have like 20 tabs open in one little monitor to my right. How did I do this morning session? I was cash this morning. Nothing for me. Although I maybe missed a potential good setup, but that's got a review on that. But yeah, happy with my execution. N2 and ES both setting up nice here, but I swear they're going to rug pull before 3 p.m. and then continue. We'll see. We'll see. I still have 10 more minutes in this 15 minute candle. So let's see. Before I hop, let's see. What's the like count, chat? Get the likes up for the giveaway here. Get the likes up. 200 likes. We're currently sitting right underneath the 100, and there's 170 you guys watching currently. So please get the likes up, and we'll do the giveaway here. So let's delete this. I'll leave that up here. Okay. Breaker here. The hourly. How's a 30-minute looking? 15-minute. Yeah, I'd want to see the 15-minute hold this gap here for me to attempt anything to the upside. Currently just waiting. If we come back into the range, no bueno. I don't want to see that. We've been very rangy so far, so gotta be careful on that. I mean, pop up the 5-minute. This is not good delivery. But I do think that we see 30,100. So that's where my conviction is coming off of here. Like button has been smashed, my guy. Kind of wish I caught this ES long. I caught some on the short on the move, but we felt to break lower today. Yeah, I mean, shit. You'll catch it next time, Adam. That's what matters. Don't beat yourself too much on it, and one trade at a time. Same thing for the morning. Like I kind of missed a potential setup, and I'm like, it is what it is. It's rugging. Let's see. I hate when we get a large move at like 350. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. Let's see. So we rebalance to that 5-minute gap. Man, I'm tempted to try this after the 1-minute inverts both the new day opening gap and the 1-minute invert. Given that we rejected the 5-minute gap here inside the 15-minute, what is a breaker here on the 15-minute, right? So there's 4 more minutes. I'm gonna give this some time. These lows would be the 15-minute gap. This would be a much better, higher conviction setup for myself. FEG. Although I do think that those lows could get remain untapped. Let's see, what's the risk to reward here? We got 2 more minutes here. 2 more minutes before this 15-minute candle closes. So let's see. Man, the temptation to try this. Just because you know what? I'm gonna be patient. Fuck it. I didn't take anything this morning. Let me sit back here. Just because I see this continuing. pushing higher. But the only reason why I see this pushing higher is the new day opening gap. We came back, we tested what was a breaker here on ES on the 15-minute. The 5-minute tapped into the fair value gap, and the 1-minute just got essentially a change in state or inverted both of these bearish gaps. So we'll see. Ideally, for me, like the setup I'd want to take is to take below once we take out these lows to trade higher, but that's what I'd want to see. And it seems like ES is holding a little bit more than NQ. So if ES takes out these highs, it'd be lower quality, which lower quality meaning that if we retrace back and ES has already taken these highs, no longer be interested. But let's see, 1 more minute or 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds, chat. For sure, good journaling material. Notice PA behavior, even not in the trade, is good to journal and be ready. Yeah, exactly, brother. Yeah, literally what you just said. Take note of what you missed, what you caught, and on to the next one, brother. What's the blue box? It's the new day opening gap. So it's where the day opened, which is right here. The reason I saw the long setup here. I didn't take it. I was just starting stream. And I was like, I'll wait for a pullback. And now up here, I'm like, okay, should I? It feels chasing too much for me. So I'm waiting for a pullback now where I don't think we'll get one, but fuck it. At least the read was correct. But, and hopefully you guys capitalize on that. But for me, I want to see more. It feels like I'm chasing up here if I didn't take it down here. So I want to see everything aligning again. So meaning the 15-minute, I want to see that 15. I want to see it picture perfect for me to take it. Although fucking, man. Yeah, Adrian. Yeah, I kind of agree. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. Given we literally just took out these internal highs, I can see us either quickly displacing higher or coming back down just to retrace into there and then trade from there. So that's kind of the thesis I have here. So let's see. Let's see what we get, Adrian. Yes, I'm looking for an entry. Ideally, something like this. You took that 5-minute inverse earlier? 25 short from passing? Fuck, that's tough. That's tough. You can trade one MES and just one MES or one MNQ for whatever trade you take next. You see it taking out 30, 100? Yeah, that's the level or the draw I had coming into the session. Did the 15-minute not do what you've been waiting for, displace and hold above? Yes, but this is a thing. Fuck. I'm kicking myself for not. Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it displaced, but by displacement, I mean, I want to see a fair value gap form, which we did form, and I want to see us come back and retest it right here, right? The reason I anticipated that this gap might be left untapped is because we're currently holding above the new day opening gap, and we retraced just to trade into that 5-minute fair value gap. So not in anything, but if this goes without me, I wouldn't be surprised. There's a 30-minute look in chat. We also have a 30-minute gap here that if formed within the next 12 minutes. Nice. Let's see what we get, chat. God damn, I drink too much fucking water, man. You've been seeing a YouTuber post about the coming dub for at least the last 2 months? Brother, unsubscribe. Unsubscribe, brother. What the fuck? You're telling me bro's been shorting these last 2 candles? You're telling me he's popping up the weekly chart and saying he's shorting? Oh, shit. Nah, I'm playing. I'm playing all jokes, chat. All jokes, chat. I agree with the trade being decent, but kind of chasey considering the fact that we didn't get the entry on the first portion of the leg. Exactly. Yeah, Adrian. Yeah, honestly, Adrian, I've been peeping to what you've been saying on chat. It sounds like you have a good, solid foundation to what you trade. So props to you, brother. But yeah, I'm thinking the same exact thing. The fact that we didn't get anything down here just makes this that much lower of a quality. So this would be somewhat of a continuation type setup rather than a what I like to trade, which is down here. God damn, I might have to go take a leak again. You see pre-market highs? Pre-market highs? Fuck no. Or maybe, who knows? My conviction is on that 3100 or 7547 on ES. Who knows, chat? Do you think learning order flow would be good with ICT? I've thought about it, but for me, it's like if something is working, don't change it, which is why I haven't tried it. But I don't see it not. If you were to tell me you do that, I'd be like, fuck, that's fucking amazing. Probably catching, good trades. But for me, it's like if something isn't broken, don't fix it. Brother, I know what I'm doing. I trade just like you, my guy. Yeah, it sounds like we trade very similar, which is good, my guy. Fuck yeah. How much creatine do you take? Funny enough, I haven't taken creatine honestly, in the last, what is it? I've been working out for 13 years. In the last, I'd say 6 or 7 years, the last 6 or 7 years that I've actually taken it serious, I've probably taken creatine no more than 6 months out of those 6 or 7 years. But when I do, it would be 5 milligrams. I just had these damn issues, some with being consistent every day, not just consistent for 25 days. I'm blowing it all in a day or two. Yeah, it's crazy because you will see the profitable big dog Adrian arise soon, man. All these long nights, and now all that's left is just let's go. Is to just let go of the outcome and trust the process. Brother, I'm super fucking pumped to see where you are in the coming weeks, or not even coming weeks, coming months. But yeah, you said it, brother. You're understanding the process, which is detachment and letting go and expectations, right? Expectation management. I think I think you have trade management and expectation management, and I think that you're on the right track. Fuck yeah. I'm excited to see where you are. Where are you from, Adrian? Where do you live? What state? I never felt any difference. Honestly, brother, same. If I'm being real with you, I try to convince myself that I sleep better, that I feel better. Honestly, I feel nothing. Yeah, everyone trades their best when they expect nothing. Fuck, chat. I'm gonna have to go take a fucking leak again. I've been on, so these, I drink these 20-ounce bottles, and I'm on bottle number, what is it? 4, I think. So, I mean, I don't drink excessive amount of water, but usually after stream, I'm pretty much done with my water intake. Get a leak counter for Lomeli? I'm gonna make a fucking banner like that, chat. Leak counter. Let's see, what's the like count, chat, while we wait for this to cook? 106 likes. Chat, we gotta do 200 likes, and then we'll run the account giveaway. There's 180 of you guys watching. I know damn near fucking most of you guys haven't liked. So like it up, chat. I don't understand. Like, you guys are getting free value, free accounts. All you have to do from your end is like, subscribe, and you guys will keep getting value. You guys might not know this, but this is all dependent. I mean, you guys do know this. This whole project is dependent on you guys, how much you guys engage, how much you guys subscribe, how much you guys like. These accounts are not free. Jake does not get them for free. I'll tell you that much. He spends more than 99% of people watching. He spends more a month on account giveaways than 99% of everyone watching makes a month, which is fucking absurd. It's absurd to me. It's crazy. So shout out Jake for that. Yeah, like where I was going with that is it takes nothing to literally like and subscribe. You're from Louisiana? Oh shit. Fire. Louisiana, huh? Never been. What happens if it breaks that low? I'd be looking for an entry. Come on, you lurkers. Bro said enter. Bro heard giveaway and hit enter. It's bull flagging. Yeah, with how it's looking, I think ES would tap the objective for this session, which, if so, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Bro, 8K a month? He spends more than 8K a month. Way more than 8K a month. You gotta realize there's 8 hosts. There's 5 hosts, each giving away at least 1 account a day. It's crazy. Like he doesn't have to do it, but he's doing it literally out of love. Why don't they give them a few free ones? I don't know. I don't know the logistics and everything behind that, but let's see. It's looking like we're pulling back here. Let's see if we get a potential entry. We're rejecting that new day opening gap, chat. Let's see. Slowly but surely, ES is treading slower, but NQ is kind of consolidating in that range. So we'll see what we get here. Again, I want to see that pullback, but don't know if we'll get it. If we do, that'd be a 30-minute gap entry as well. One thing to notice is that ES is at equilibrium of the range. So that's one thing to notice. Spike, please. 57 long on NQ according to top step tilt. What's top step tilt? Fuck, I should go take a leak. Cat, leak counter. Someone start a leak. Yeah, I'll be back, chat. Give me 30 seconds. We're back. We're back. How long was that, chat? I get back and the first comment I see is Lomeli has to do a giveaway every time he uses the restroom. You take a leak this often? No. Honestly, it's just because of this whole morning I drink a shit ton of water. So I'll drink 20 ounces before first thing in the morning. Then I'll drink so I'm literally damn near at a gallon for the day, and it's only noon. Yeah, and it's only noon, and I didn't work out today, so that could play a role too, but I drink a lot of water, chat. So yeah, for 200 of you guys currently watching, when stream started, I mentioned that I was long biased going into the draw for the session, which was the 30-100 or 7547 on ES, which Looks like we're getting. Man, you fucking edging us. Literally ticks away from that low. Yeah, and then we mentioned that if we get 200 likes, we'll do the 50K account giveaway. 350 likes, I'll do a wall sit. What the fuck is that? That was Stream's idea, chat. They don't want to see me win. They don't want to see me win. Long enough, wash your hands. Everyone's got to like it up, man. Like it up, chat. Let's see. Let's see. Like it up. Like it up. Like it up. Yeah, currently we're about 70 away from 70 likes away from the giveaway. Yeah. Fuck, chat. You know what I'm thinking is I still have to go work out. Something about that, I don't know. Getting that workout done midstream is nice, but you can only do so much with like 30-minute workout. Two-minute equal highs and lows. Yeah, I want to see these lows get taken. Hopefully we get that before this high gets taken on ES. If this plays out, gives me an entry and it plays out, the level of fucking patience required to get this is insane. You got your own gym, bro? You mean at home gym? Yeah, it's funny. Like when I first moved in here, I got like a whole setup. I wouldn't say at home gym, but it was like a section of the house where I had all my gym equipment, right? And I was in that routine for like a month. And then I realized that part of going to the gym for me was leaving the house and like, I don't know, as crazy as it sounds, like as a trader, I'm literally in my office all day, just by myself, not talking to anyone. So going to the gym, literally talking to people, just literally seeing people. It sounds crazy, right? But literally just getting out the house for me was like, I found pretty, like I found joy in. So yeah. I was like, no, I have to go to the gym. So for me, it's like going to the gym is like a form of like detachment, right? Yeah, exactly. And a different motivation for sure. Yeah. No, I'm with you, brother. Yeah, to simply leave the house. Yeah, fuck yeah, Brian. You're on it, brother. Literally just leaving the house for me is like, even honestly, it sounds crazy, but like going to the coffee shop to do work or like review, for me, it's like I can do it from home, right? But just the act of going, ordering, sitting down, driving there, getting out the house, because again, as a trader, you're fucking isolated all day. So for me, I try to create less isolation and yeah. And then once I'm done with work, I try to, because we're social creatures at the end of the day, we want to be around other people, right? So I noticed that for me, I want to be around people after I'm literally by myself, fucking locked in for half the day. I try to make it an objective. Yeah, literally going outside, which I honestly, chat, I've not been the greatest at going outside, but as far as like out in nature, and I'm trying to do my best, but yeah, it's I agree. Isn't it the beautiful? Yeah, someone said it's the most. Isn't it beautiful thing that trading that you can do it anywhere, even from your phone, indeed, if needed. Yeah. What I'm realizing this year is I can quite literally pick up and go anywhere in the fucking world, right? And sometimes I kick myself for this because this is exactly what I dreamed of when I first got into trading. When I first moved out my house, rented a fucking bedroom in another city that I was new in, and all I really wanted was to have the opportunity that I have now. So sometimes when I'm just in my routine, I'm like, what am I doing, right? But then again, I love my routine because I that's where I get to lock in. But yeah, brother, it's like I definitely don't take it for granted, and I know it's literally just the beginning. And that's why I want to plan like extended stays in different parts of the world. And for me, like Costa Rica, Tamarindo was like a little trial run to see if I even liked it. Being there for a little bit under 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and slightly working and slightly enjoying the spot, and it's amazing. I live in California. That's freedom, man's goals for sure. Yeah, fuck yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But sometimes, like I said, bro, I get in this weird mode where I'm like, fuck, like I need to go somewhere. But then, yeah, I'm still experimenting with it. Like I said, right? I've been traveling a lot, and that's nice. But every time I travel, I don't really trade or do. I do trade, but I don't trade. I'm not as locked in as I would be at home. What part of Cali? Northern Cali. How long you been trading for? About 6 years now. Cali seems so worth it, even though it's taxed. Yeah, maybe it's because I was born and raised here, but no, I take that back. I love it here. I've been to a handful of other states, and nothing beats the weather. I think the closest one that I've gotten to was of course Florida, but California is yeah, I love it. I love it here. Ever thought about moving elsewhere once because of the tax benefits? Honestly, believe it or not, it's funny. I heard Jake talk about this in his stream earlier. Once I start making, to put it bluntly, once I start making M's, I would for sure consider Puerto Rico. You got the beach, weather. You get to keep the money. I would for sure consider it. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. But for now, I think I value more just being close to my family. And yeah, this is where they're at. Although I am considering moving, I don't know. I've been back and forth. Right now, I'm just literally locked in and working. And working, and then once I do want to take at least 2 extended trips somewhere where I'm locked in and working, and I want to invite other traders. So right now I have it's me, my brother, and I know a handful of traders personally where we go lock in, do work for create content, and just vibe out, kind of enjoy that aspect of or that season of my life, right? Nice. I'm from the Bay in Sacramento now. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, Sacramento is nice. I go there quite often. You got, or Roseville to be exact. North San Juan. Yeah, it seems like we're not fucking... We keep staying in that range, chat. Let's see if we get that that tag or that pullback into these equal lows here. That would be amazing. But if not, then it is what it is, chat. Man, the fucking consolidation we've been having on the 5-minute at that new week or that new day opening gap is fucking crazy. No, would I take this setup if it came after at 750? Nah, I'm not taking a setup 10 minutes before market. No, I think my cutoff time for me is literally in the next like 10-15 minutes. You're on the way home to full port. My guy. Yeah, we'll run the giveaway here soon in the next 10 minutes if we don't get my entry. But if I do get an entry, we'll take it, or I will take it, right? Do not copy me. But I will take it and see what we get. Down to 30K, no lie. Nah, fuck, that's tough. I really see that 30-100 getting tapped. But again, I want to see that tap into the 30-minute, 15-minute fair value gap. If we can get that. If not, then I'm not taking it. Loki want to slap some fucking longs on evals here and just fucking have like a 1-on-1 type of. Yeah, NQ's been consolidating while fucking ES has been slowly trailing up. So we'll see. See what we get here, chat. In your 6th year of trading, what was that light bulb moment and how long did it take to find your consistency? I would say for me, I always think about this question because it wasn't like one instance, right? It was a series of like months and months of me locking in, months of me kind of coming back to the drawing board and saying, okay, I'm not changing anything with my system, but I'm more so refining what I'm already doing, right? Because for me, my biggest issue was I kept changing things. Something wasn't working for a month, I change it. So for me, it was just locking in on certain variables and figuring out, okay, why did I take it today? And why did I take something that I shouldn't have taken today? And then what was a better entry for that way of approaching things versus like, oh, let me just not trade this way because this way doesn't work, right? So for me, that the light bulb moment was switching that thinking to let me just try to improve the way I see the markets today. Do that tomorrow, do that next week, next month. And eventually 4-6 months went by and I'm like, oh shit, okay, I see something here. I don't really need to be backtesting more. I just need to show up every day and refine things. And for me, that as far as like my process, nothing really changed. I mean, shit, in the beginning, I was spending fucking hours and hours and hours backtesting. When I first got into bro, I spent a shit ton of hours backtesting, watching videos, watching education. But I think for me, again, the actual pivot as far as like real true progress happened when I realized I know everything. And this was like at year 2 or 3. And more so like around year 2.5. I'm like, I know it all. I just need to really lock in. And after the trading day is over, kind of go back and rewind the charts. Be like, okay, why did this trade play out? Or why did, in this case, like, why did we get a move from down here up to here? It's like, okay, you start working backwards, literally reverse engineering the moves. It's like, okay, how can I then catch this move? right? Or if you couldn't have got it, maybe it just happened and there was no entry model with how you look at markets, and that's going to happen, right? So for me, it was having that shift in how I approach trading, that at year 6, it's like so it's such a common sense. Like, instead of going in and like, okay, I would have taken this this potential lower high on the 15-minute, right, in the morning, instead of being like, okay, that's the trade that I would have taken because it's a potential lower high, but maybe you don't really take these setups, right? Instead of doing that, be like, okay, based off of what I look for, is it valid to think that this was a short, right? And if it was, why did you miss it, right? Maybe you were hesitating because ES was a little bit weaker, and then you take note of that. You take note of things you're missing or things that you hesitated on, whether it was a mental mistake or a technical, because sometimes it might be a technical gap. Maybe you just aren't there from like a skill perspective, right? So you got to take note of both and keep inventory of both, and not being too hard on yourself, because at the end of the day, you are in the learning curve, or not you specifically, but you as a trader are in a learning curve. And I think that part of the learning curve means that you're just gonna miss things. You're gonna hesitate on things because of your lack of experience, right? So yeah, long story short, that's the answer here. On your DGen trade, bro? What are you taking, brother? You're taking longs? You're Ali's trading, my guy. The scalper, I saw you ask the same question time and time again. Don't worry, I'll talk about it on Instagram sometime soon. Even if you're right according to your strategy plan, you can still be wrong. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think this is, if we don't get the pullback, this is just gonna rip. Yeah, glad it helped, brother. Chris. The psychology part you did the other day was fire. People should go watch that day. Yeah, I did a psychology stream on Friday for like the later, I think it was the last hour or so of that stream. I think everyone would benefit from watching that. I agree. We're basically bull flagging here, chat. Considering slapping some long evals here towards the end of stream. Gonna wait for now. Still want to see that pullback. Man. I'm excited to try that spot that Jay keeps talking about in New York, protein shop. So when I'm going in, I think in a month from now, we'll definitely be trying that shit. You're stocking that long, my guy. Yeah, it's looking good. But again, I don't think Fuck, it's tough to say. I don't know if we'll get that pullback here. But so long we hit this, I guess the read was correct and we keep it pushing. What's the like count at, chat? $137. 140. 60 more likes for the giveaway. Yeah, this PA is fucking ugly. 5 more minutes, chat. I'm gonna give this 5 more minutes and then we'll run the giveaway. I think we manipulated already. Wake at the top of the range and sweep the lows. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we get. We shall see. You a cool dude though, G. Easy to resonate with you considering we trade the same. Yeah, my guy. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. For even just being on here. And yeah, I've tuned in a handful of streams and you've been locked in, brother. And from what you're saying, bro, I would doubt if you're still struggling in a year. Honestly, I think you from what you've been saying, you have a solid read and you know what you're looking for. Now it's just a matter of letting time do its thing. Letting time catch up. You're already there. Just let time catch up. Chad, do we think Jake dyes his hair by on July 1st? Sweep that shit. Man, I felt like David Goggins there for a minute. They don't know me, son. All right. We tapped into it. Let's see if we get a reaction. Finally. If we dump, not interested, and we'll do the giveaway. But if we hold this general area, be interested in a long. A typical accumulation, manipulation, and we'll see if we get the distribution. Let's see. see. Let's see if we get a buzzer beater trade. Buzzer beater trade, chat. Let's see. Want to see speed and displacement. Who's gonna carry the NQ? Soaking up these words, my guy. No, fuck yeah, I believe in you, dog. You got this shit, brother. Yeah, let time do its thing, brother. No reason to rush. No reason to rush. No, I'm waiting for the inverse. So I'm waiting for this to invert. That's like the last thing I'm looking for here. If we can do so, I'm taking it. Right at my cutoff time of 12:30. Yeah, this will probably be my one and only trade given the time. I want to see us invert that. Nothing yet, chat. Five-minute gap here. Have you traded Vanquish? No, I have not. What do you mean by inverse? Basically, fill the bearish gap here. Okay, so I'm looking for it. If we close how we're looking, I'd be looking for an entry. Ideally, I'd want to close above 0.42 if we get it. Nope, not in yet. Yeah, so I'm waiting to see what we see. I'm waiting to see what I want to see. Let's see how this bullish little 1 minute gap reacts. This would be telling. I want that to respect. Literally just tap into it just to trade higher. Nice flip there. We'll see how the next 4 seconds close. Nope. I like the reaction there though. So just want to see that 1 minute close above it. Nice. Fuck. Now we're getting a little too much displacement, chat. Let's see. Yeah, so long we close like this, we just tap the 5-minute invert or bearish gap here. Let's see, I'm looking to take it so long we close how we're looking. Into the end of day 3. Okay, I'm in this. I'm in this. I'm targeting again that same target we had for the day, which is the 3100. If this inverts and rejects off the 5-minute gap, it is what it is. But I'm taking this as a form of accumulation, manipulation, and then redistribution back into my premium of the range or the draw for the session. Let's see what we get, man. So in longs currently, targeting 30, 0.99. Let's see, man. You're full porting with me? Nah, don't do that, chat. Brian. Let's see what we get, chat. So I'm taking it all off at these highs. Again, unless ES takes it out first over here at 7547. But let's see what we get. Literally, honestly, just kind of considering this being my last trade and kind of thinking of doing the giveaway here at the same time and just letting the trade play out. Let me get that loaded actually. Streamlabs. Log in with YouTube. Bot. Giveaways. Fuck yeah, I remembered. Back. View giveaway. Wait. Start. Cancel. Okay. While this trade is cooking, let's run the giveaway. So type in !enter on stream and I'll give you guys 5 minutes. I mean, well, I guess while the trade cooks, we'll run the giveaway. So go ahead and there you go. I see you guys typing it in now. Yeah, type away, and we are running a giveaway here, chat, while the trade sets up. In longs, we'll see if we can hit TP and announce the winner as soon as in the next 5 minutes. Yeah. Enter away, chat. Enter away, chat. This is for a 50K Tradeify growth account. Let's see. Let's micromanage or micro read this trade. The last down candle before the up move got tested. Let's see if we react off of it. Giveaway going on right now, chat. So if you guys are listening in, exclamation point enter. Exclamation point enter will enter you in the giveaway here. I'll leave it open for those who haven't entered already, but the timer set for it'll stop in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Chat, if this trade plays out, this goes to show the level of patience, the level of discipline required to execute at a high level. And if it doesn't play out, still the same thing. Still same thing, same thing. Yeah, essentially targeting that area because of the bearish gap here on the hourly, which is premium, or not yet premium of the range, but it's the low-hanging fruit. It's the 50 minutes or hour, 15-minute swing high on ES. Let's see what we get here. The last 20 minutes of stream or of market. Let's see how this 1 minute gap reacts here. We just took out external range or these highs, so I'd want to see this gap hold to trade higher. Also, given time of day, we have 20 minutes. Enter away, chat. For those who haven't already, make sure to do so. The timer ends in about a minute. Forty seconds, chat. 40 seconds left. Bro said exclamation point goat. Let's see. It's coming up here to an end. 20 seconds left, chat. If you haven't entered already, make sure to do so. Okay. Pick a winner. Chat. So Wilson 39T is the winner. Wilson 39T, you are the winner, brother. Wilson 39T, you on here, brother? My guy Wilson, you on here? DM me on Instagram at Lomeli Trades. Make sure to DM me though. Wilson, did I miss your name? You on here, Wilson? Wilson. You said he's a bot? No, the reason I want to make it clear is because yesterday's giveaway winner made a support ticket on Discord. So he didn't DM me right away. Bro said Mr. Wilson. We just ran a giveaway. We're in long, so that's what's happening. So Wilson, yeah, DM me. DM me on Instagram at Lomeli Trades. That's funny. Let's see if this trade hits TP before market closes or not. Identifies Wilson. Hey, Sir Wilson, are you here? No, yeah, Wilson. If yeah, just DM me if you're on chat. I'll be on the lookout. Yeah, I sometimes I like to check in with the giveaway winners, making sure they understand how to go about it, because sometimes people win, they're like, oh, what do I do? Who do I message? Maybe they're not a part of the Discord and they like, what the fuck? I'm doing good, Thanos. How you doing? Someone said, Wilson said, give it, bro. Wilson hasn't said anything, bro. Bro said, Wilson said, give it to another person. Fuck, chat's funny, bro. Chat is funny, man. Chat is funny, chat. Wilson said double it and give it to the next. Fuck. Wilson said pass or what? Nah, jokes aside, Wilson, if you're on here, DM me or like acknowledge that you understand or something. I got a message from someone saying hi. Let's see. Yep, no message from Wilson yet. We all identify as Wilsons, don't we? Bot? Was it a bot chat? What should I do in this scenario? Should I rerun it? Bro said I'm gonna change my Instagram username to Wilson and DM you. Oh, that's funny. No, I think I'm gonna leave it at that and probably won't rerun again. Fuck, I don't know if I should. Yeah, how about, I mean, I'm staying on the charts until either I get stopped out or TP hits the next 13 minutes. If he hasn't said anything, then I'll probably rerun it maybe. Let me get let me see what Jake has to say about this. Hey bro, if giveaway winner isn't saying anything. Let's see. I'll let Jake decide. Yeah, I'll cut the trade before market closes for sure. So in the next 10 minutes or so. Yeah, we'll see what Jake says. Yeah, big divergence between both assets here. Big divergence. ES is kind of at these lows and NQ is holding still, so we'll see. We shall see, chat. We'll see what we get. Last 10 minutes of market should provide some volatility. Let's see. Hopefully it's to our direction or my direction. We took out the lows here on ES. NQ hasn't, so that's divergence there. Yeah, I'll stay on here for the next couple minutes and let's see what plays out here. Yeah, I think if I don't hear back from Jake in the next 5 minutes or so, I'll probably just let it be. And if he doesn't say anything, we'll fucking... Jake said run it back. Issue a command to pick a new winner. What do you mean? Yeah, Chet, I mean, we ran the giveaway. I'm in this trade that's currently sitting right around break even. Considering calling it here or just waiting. Other guys do it all the time. Issue a command to pick a new winner. A little squeeze before market close. Hey, we'll see. Issue a command to pick, the other guys do it. Okay, so Wilson, my guy, if you're I'm gonna give you one last chance. If you're not on here, then I will, I guess, rerun it. Yeah, fuck it. I guess we'll rerun it. Fuck it, chat. We'll rerun it. I think I don't think you guys would have. Haven't heard Wilson this much the last time I watched. Yeah, brother. Mitch, what's your take? Wilson isn't answering. Should I rerun it? Okay, fuck it. Fuck it, chat. Issue a command. Let me see. Pick winner. Okay, what if I... Here, just to be sure. Let me see if I can do it with the same entries that you guys gave. Confirm. Okay, so the new winner would be... Okay, that was easy. Wilson has been removed, and I think I selected a new winner from the same Sergio. Let me see if it... Okay, Sergio has won. Yeah, no need to enter. It's taking the same list of names, I believe. Sergio, are you in the chat? Sergio Rascon. No need to enter. No need to enter. There you go, Sergio Rascon. You in the chat, Sergio? Oh, there you go. Fuck yeah. Yeah, just DM me. Hey, chat, imagine Wilson responds right now. Yeah, Sergio, just DM me on Instagram, Lomeli Trades. W Sergio, fuck yeah. Yeah, I think that's it for me, chat. I mean, I'm just waiting here, but probably gonna close it out for like around break even if nothing happens. Yeah, feel free to DM me, brother. DM me on Instagram, Sergio, and which is at Lomeli Trades, and I got you with the code. But yeah, chat, that's it for me. Just got you. I'll peep it right now as soon as I hop off. Yeah, I'm still in the trade, but I'm unless you guys want me to stay, I'll stay. I'm approaching the what's it called? 2.5 hour mark of stream, so fuck it, we'll stay. That'd be funny. I know, right? Wilson pops it. Hey, Sergio and Wilson got to go at it. Yeah, this has been a fucking rangy trade. Given how much, there's 5 minutes left, considering closing for break even. That's the only downside about Power Hour, chat, the fact that you're limited on time. Rye Guy the Fly Guy. Man, that's a catchy name, brother. Yeah, it's looking like it's literally just staying around my entry point just to for market to close and keep consolidating, and then maybe take it out after hours or tomorrow morning. But fuck it, chat. Fuck it. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for me. I'm gonna let this play out and see what we get. But other than that, yeah, I got you with the code right now. What's his name? Sergio. Yeah. Catch you guys later, chat. Pop in for Wrong here coming up in a couple hours, then Azeng, of course, and then the whole cycle continues, chat. Deuces, chat. Later, right guy. My guy. Appreciate you, brother. Take care, Adrian. Yeah, have a good one, brother. Take care, guys. Yep. Later.